Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take a whole stack of interesting sources, research papers, articles, notes, and basically pull out the absolute must-know facts and those real aha moments for you. Today, we're diving deep, really deep. Our mission, cut through all the noise and get to the discoveries that are seriously making us rethink history, even, human evolution itself. We've got some amazing stuff here, from things that sound like old recordings to really dense archaeological reports.
Yeah, and we're not just talking small adjustments here. Some of these finds could, well, they could genuinely rewrite the story of humankind. We're looking at everything from, ancient human-like creatures, lost civilizations, even dinosaurs, but on timelines that are just, wow. We're talking thousands of years, right up to billions. It really makes you question what you thought was settled fact.
Okay, let's dive right in then. Starting with things that hit right at the beginning of the human story, something pretty ancient and definitely controversial.
Definitely. Okay, so imagine this. Finding evidence that pushes human-like presence outside Africa back by millions of years. We're talking about these 5.7 million-year-old footprints. Human-like footprints found in Crete, in Greece.
5.7 million in Greece.
Exactly. They've got, a clear big toe, a ball in the sole, features that look very human, not like apes. And the context is key. They're in sedimentary rock that formed when the Mediterranean Sea dried out, which was about 5.6 million years ago. They've used marine microfossils to confirm the dating. It points strongly to 5.7 million years old.
Okay, so if that age is right, that really messes with the standard timeline, doesn't it? The whole idea that our older ancestors, say older than 1.8 million years, were only in Africa.
That's precisely the point. It puts a big question mark, maybe even a wedge into that narrative.
Yeah.
It suggests that maybe, just maybe, early human-like species were already in Southeast Europe way earlier than we thought. It could mean, I don't know, parallel evolution or much earlier migrations out of Africa. We might need to rethink the geography of it all.
Wow, okay. And as if that wasn't mind-bending enough, there's something even older and maybe even more puzzling.
Yes. Fast forward, well, actually rewind further back in time, but discovered more recently. In 2016, German archaeologists found a fossilized tooth in the Rhine riverbed. And get this, it's dated to 9.7 million years old.
9.7 million.
Yeah, they were so surprised, maybe cautious is the word. They actually waited a whole year before announcing it, just to double, triple check the dating.
Okay, that tells you something. So what's so special about this tooth compared to, say, other European finds?
Well, that's just it. It doesn't look like anything else found in Europe or Asia from that time period. What's really stunning, though, is that it does look similar to much earlier hominids like Lucy, Australopithecus afarensis or Ardipithecus ramidus,
Yeah.
found in Ethiopia.
But they're what, 3-4 million years old?
Exactly. And this tooth from Germany is apparently 9.7 million years old. That's at least 4 million years older. They found it alongside teeth from a primitive horse, which helped them pin down the age range.
So, what does this mean? A hominid-like species in Europe millions of years before the earliest ones we know of in Africa.
It could mean that, yes. It has the potential to completely rewrite the textbooks. It's not just pushing the timeline back dramatically. It's also shifting the location,
Yeah.
Outside of Africa, potentially much earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a game changer if it holds up.
Absolutely fascinating. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. From these huge evolutionary questions to something maybe a bit more personal. Direct connections through artifacts.
Right. A really lovely example of this came up in Denmark in 2015. Archaeologists found pieces of a ceramic pot, about 5,500 years old. It's a specific type called a funnel beaker. It comes from the funnel beaker culture. These were the first farmers in Scandinavia and Northern Europe, roughly 4,000 to 2,800 BC. This one was found in a fjord near Rodby Have, probably used for rituals, maybe food or drink. But here's the amazing part.
Go on.
On one of the pieces, clear as day, they found a fingerprint left by the person who made it 5,500 years ago.
Wow, a fingerprint. That's incredible. Like reaching back and touching hands with someone from the Neolithic. What does that tell us?
Well, they often decorated these pots with tools, making patterns, but finding an actual fingerprint, like a signature. It's apparently the first time on this kind of beaker. It's just such a direct, tangible link, isn't it?
Oh.
It connects us right back to that individual artisan in ancient Denmark, a real person.
It really brings it home. And speaking of connections, especially deep ones, let's talk about dogs. Man's best friend, even way back then.
Oh, absolutely. Another find from 2016, this time near the Wiltshire Monument in the UK.
Yeah.
Near Stonehenge. They found a dog's tooth, dated to 7,000 years ago.
7,000. So that's way before Stonehenge itself was built.
2,000 years before,
Yeah.
yeah. An analysis by Durham University suggests this wasn't just any dog. It's probably about the size and shape of an Alsatian. But here's the kicker. Chemical analysis of the tooth enamel shows the dog didn't grow up there. It came from hundreds of miles away, possibly the York area.
Hold on. So 7,000 years ago, people were traveling long distances, like from York down to Wiltshire, and they were bringing their dogs, big dogs like Alsatians, with them.
That's what the evidence suggests. It implies significant travel, maybe trade networks, much earlier than we sometimes assume. It also highlights that this area, Blickmead, was important long before Stonehenge was built. And bringing a dog like that, an Alsatian type, it wouldn't just be a pet. It would be a valuable, maybe even a prestige companion. It shows status.
That's incredible context. Okay, so from these personal connections, let's jump back again, way back, to ancient life, dinosaurs even, but with a twist that messes with the extinction story we all learned.
Right. This one is bound to raise some eyebrows. It involves a Triceratops horn, found in Dawson County, Montana. Now, everyone knows, or thinks they know, dinosaurs died out about 65, 66 million years ago in that big extinction event, the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary. Triceratops appeared around 68 million years ago, gone by 66 million. That's the standard timeline.
Okay, so what's the twist with this horn?
The twist is the date they got for it. Using carbon dating methods, which are usually for much younger things, a group called the Paleochronology Group dated this Triceratops horn too. Only 33,500 years ago.
33,000. Not many.
Thousand, yeah. It's hugely controversial, obviously.
Yeah, that would mean Triceratops were still around when early humans were definitely around.
Exactly. It completely challenges the extinction timeline. This group argues that dinosaurs didn't all die out millions of years ago. They claim they have other dinosaur bone samples tested multiple times, yielding dates in the tens of thousands of years, even as recent as 23,000 years ago.
Wow. So, if true, humans and dinosaurs coexist.
That's the explosive implication. It's a massive challenge to mainstream paleontology and dating methods. It raises fundamental questions about deep time and, well, everything we thought we knew about that era.
That is a lot to process. Definitely pushes boundaries. Let's stay with dinosaurs, but maybe something a bit less timeline bending. I heard about a place with an incredible amount of footprints.
Ah, yes. You must mean Calorco Parque Cretaceo in Bolivia. It's astounding. Workers basically stumbled upon this huge wall, nearly 4,000 feet long and over 250 feet high, just covered in dinosaur footprints. It dates back about 68 million years, late Cretaceous, and the sheer number, 5,555 footprints identified so far. 5,000 footprints on one wall. And they represent 462 different trackways from at least 15 different types of dinosaurs. It's like a snapshot of a whole ecosystem.
What kind of dinosaurs are we talking about? Any standouts?
Oh, yeah. They've nicknamed parts of it the dinosaur dance floor. There's a world record trackway from a baby T-Rex over 1,100 feet long. They called it Johnny Walker. You also see tracks from huge titanosaurs, those massive long-necked herbivores, maybe 60 feet long or more. And armored ankylosaurs, too. What's also amazing is that there are layers, 7 distinct layers of prints found so far. As the rock erodes, new prints emerge underneath. It's incredible. The source even kind of playfully asks if dinosaurs could climb cliffs, seeing them on this vertical wall.
That image is just wild. And there was another footprint discovery more recently, wasn't there? Somewhere totally different.
That's right, up in Scotland, on the Isle of Skye. Back in 2016, about 50 dinosaur footprints were found there. These are even older, believed to be around 170 million years old. Middle Jurassic.
And what kind of prints were they?
A mix, actually. Some sharp-clawed, three-toed prints, likely from theropods, meat-eaters, but also tracks from big sauropods, maybe 50 feet long. They were made in what used to be a muddy lagoon. These are thought to be the oldest dinosaur fossils found in Scotland.
And did they reveal anything sort of unexpected about dinosaur behavior?
Well, the researchers observing the mix of tracks, carnivores, and herbivores seemingly in the same place noted that they appeared to have been rather civilized and lived peacefully together.
Civilized dinosaurs. That's a nice thought. It suggests maybe it wasn't all just constant fighting and fleeing, right?
Exactly. It hints at maybe more complex social dynamics, or at least tolerance, between different species in the same environment than we sometimes picture. A bit more nuance to their lives.
Okay, from dinosaur behavior, let's pivot now into territory that feels, well, almost mythological. We're talking giants, legends. This is where it gets really interesting, maybe a bit weird.
Let's go to Nevada. Lovelock Cave. Back in 1911, miners were digging for guano, bad droppings for fertilizer. They found loads of ancient Native American artifacts, but they also found mummified remains, specifically a mummy reported to be 6 foot 6 inches tall with red hair.
Red hair. That's unusual for Native American remains, isn't it?
Very. And later, archaeological digs in the same cave turned up other odd things. Sandals that were supposedly 15 inches long, and a handprint in the cave wall said to be twice the size of normal man's.
Okay, 6'6", red hair, giant sandals. This sounds like it connects to local legends, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Mm.
The local Paiute tribe has legends about a race of red-haired cannibalistic giants they called the Sariri Kads. The story goes the Paiute fought them for years and finally trapped the last of them in this very cave, Lovelock Cave, and burned them out.
Wow. So these finds, could they be evidence of the Saidi Kads? Proof the legends were real?
That's the tantalizing possibility. The big problem is the original red-haired mummy was apparently destroyed or lost somewhere along the line, so proving it definitively is impossible now. But people who claim to have seen it insist it was real. If it was true, some speculate the Saidi Kads might have been, say, a group of early, maybe violent European explorers who clashed with the local tribes. It blurs the lines between myth and some kind of historical reality.
Fascinating, but ultimately unprovable now. Okay, from potentially giant humans to something even more staggering. A footprint discovery that, if real, just blows everything out of the water.
This one is, well, it's truly mind-bending. August 2016, southwestern China. A report of a giant footprint, shaped like a human's, fossilized in rock.
Okay, giant footprint. We've heard legends. How big are we talking?
About 2 feet long, half a foot wide, pressed about an inch deep into the rock.
2 feet long. That's huge. But what makes this one so completely off the charts?
2 things. First, the rock it was found in. It wasn't sandstone or mudstone, the usual stuff for fossils. It was apparently found embedded in solid granite.
Granite. But granite is igneous rock formed from magma. You don't get footprints in cooling magma, and it's incredibly hard. How could anything leave a print?
Exactly. That's point one. Point two is the estimated age of the granite itself, close to 3.1 billion years old.
3.1 billion. A human-shaped footprint in granite from a time when life on Earth was supposed to be, what, single-celled organisms?
Precisely. You see why this one is so explosive, and frankly, why it's met with extreme skepticism in scientific circles. If it's a genuine print from that long ago in that kind of rock, it doesn't just challenge human evolution, it challenges geology, biology, our entire understanding of Earth's history and the development of life.
It breaks everything, basically.
Pretty much. It would force a complete rewrite of, well, almost everything we think we know about the deep past. The source itself poses the question, could giants have roamed the Earth billions of years ago? If this find is legit, the answer would seem to be yes. But that if is enormous.
Wow, what an absolutely mind-bending tour that was. We've gone from, footprints potentially shifting human origins in Europe by millions of years to a 5,500-year-old fingerprint giving us a direct touch to the past, then dinosaurs maybe living alongside humans and ending with, well, the possibility of giant human-like forms billions of years ago. It really shows how these discoveries keep pushing the boundaries, challenging those neat timelines we learn. And that's really our mission here at The Deep Dive, isn't it? To give you that shortcut to the stuff that really matters, sparks your curiosity and delivers those whoa moments.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of ongoing discovery. It reminds us that knowledge isn't static. What seems like solid fact today could be completely overturned tomorrow by one find in a cave or a footprint in an unexpected place. It keeps us humble, I think, and it underlines why looking at things from different angles, even considering these really out there claims critically, is so important. There's always more to learn. So maybe the final thought to leave you with is, what else is out there? What other impossibilities are just waiting under the surface, ready to make us redraw the maps of history and evolution all over again? Because as we've seen today, every discovery isn't just about understanding the past better. It's really about expanding our whole sense of what's possible.